Rez Antennas Systems recently sent me their latest product to evaluate, and that is this. It's the Scout antenna system. The Scout is this little device right here. It's a kind of like a hub for or feed point for a variety of different antenna styles. You can use this in the vertical configuration if you wanted to use it with a whip as a quarter wave vertical for 20 meters and above, or if you deploy it horizontally like this, you can use it as a dipole, either with two whips for a rigid dipole or with wire as a linked dipole system. In fact, Rez Antennas has 4 different configurations that they recommend doing with the Scout, that above anything else that you could possibly think of. It's the vertical, the quarter wave vertical with the feed point. It's a delta loop with 2 of these whips, a hub and the feed point, and then also either the rigid dipole antenna or the wire link dipole antenna assembly. So today, so that's a lot of different things we can we can do with this little this little Scout here. So today we're going to concentrate on just one of the 4 configurations, and that is the delta loop assembly. So stick around. We're out here on the Bearskin Trail in northern Wisconsin, putting the Scout antenna system on the air. Rez Antennas calls the Scout more than a feed point. It is the core component to their versatile antenna system that can be deployed 4 different ways: as a wire dipole, a rigid dipole, quarter wave vertical, and delta loop. Today we are going to look at those last 2 configurations and see how the delta loop and the quarter wave vertical operate. Individual Scout components and full kits are available online at dxengineering.com. Thank you to Rez Antennas for the use of a Scout system for this video. The Scout unit here, the adapter, the hub, does not have any kind of transformer or anything like that. We're directly connecting this delta loop into the feed line. And one of the problems with that is with these small vertical delta loop antennas, their characteristic impedance is not 50 ohms. In fact, it's closer to about 200 or 300 ohms, depending on where on the loop you're gonna be attaching the feed point. We measured the SWR. It was quite high. It was about 6-to-1 on most of the bands. And you know, that's okay. With a wide-ranging antenna tuner, we can handle that. But that's a lot of impedance going into our feed line, and that's gonna result in higher losses. If we really wanted to utilize this delta and the hub to a greater potential, what I would probably do, and we might have to do this on a later test, is to add some kind of a transformer at its feed point, like this LDG 4-to-1 transformer. It's a 4-to-1 on in here. What this would do is it's going to drop our impedance down. A 6-to-1 SWR translates into an impedance of about 300 ohms. Adding this 4-to-1 transformer will knock that down to about 100 ohms or so. 2-to-1 SWR. And then we can use our internal tuners, no problem, with this antenna system. So watch for that in a future video. We'll make an adapter to get this hub attached to this, or get this transformer attached to this hub here, and really let this delta loop take off. But otherwise, 17. What's going to happen here is with these are 17-foot whips and Characteristically, delta loop antenna, its resonant frequency is 1005 divided by the frequency that gives you, by the frequency in megahertz, gives you the length of the element, the sections in feet, and at 17 feet, that's, or at a 17-foot whip, roughly translates to, it's going to be resonant on about the 18 megahertz, the 17 meter band. So this configuration is going to work best on 20 meters and above. We saw the SWR was quite high on 40 meters. I don't have a lot of hope using this on 40 meters. It's gonna, I've noticed in other delta loops of this size, your two things happen. You get a lot of losses, and your radiation pattern goes straight up. It almost becomes an NVIS antenna. Let's actually see what it does on the air before we put too much judgment onto it. So we're gonna put the Rez Antennas Scout delta loop on the air. Copy Alpha Alpha 5 Hotel Kilo. You're coming in about a 5-5 here into Wisconsin, US 9768. Back to you. So after about a half hour of calling CQ on the 15, 17, and 20 meter bands, I got a total of 4 contacts on 20 meters, and they were tough going. I don't know if it's the band conditions or if it's the antenna. Band conditions are really kind of rough right now. Looking at the maximum usable frequency for my location, it's hovering around between 18 and 21 megahertz. So definitely some solar activity going on. So I don't know if it's the antenna or if it's the bands. But what we're going to do to check things out is we're going to convert the Scout delta loop configuration into the quarter wave vertical configuration, and we're going to see if the quarter wave vertical performs any differently than the delta loop out here at the Bearskin State Trail. The Bearskin Trail gets its name from the rail line created in the late 1800s to haul lumber from the pineries of northern Wisconsin. But as logging started to wane, tourism grew and passenger service was established from Merrill to Minocqua, Wisconsin. Dubbed the Fisherman's Special, passengers in Chicago could leave on a train Friday evening, connect to the Bearskin line, and be at their favorite resort in Minocqua the early next day, and then take a return train on Sunday evening and be back home early Monday morning. The Fisherman's Special ran successfully on the Bearskin until 1948, when it was supplanted by other types of transportation.
Delta Bravo Hotel, Park to Park.
November 0 Delta Bravo Hotel 51 Wisconsin. Got 2 parks for you, US 9768 and US 9827. Back to you.
Okay, Kilo Bravo 9, Victor Bravo Romeo. I believe I heard you say 9768, 9768, and 9827, 9827.
QSL, you got it.
All right, I'm getting you about a 55 at my park, 7573.
All right, thanks for the 7573. You have a great activation today.
Roger, roger. A little rougher today, a little rough, but I'm getting it. Thank you. And 73, POTA on.
Kilo Bravo 9er, Victor Bravo Romeo, calling CQ for Parks on the Air.
Kilo 4, Juliet Delta Foxtrot.
Kilo 4, Juliet Delta Foxtrot. Beautiful. 58 Wisconsin, US 9768. Back to you.
QSL, Michael, you are 55 in the state of Maryland, just north of Baltimore.
All right, well, thanks a lot from Maryland today. You have a great day, 7-3.
7-3.
Kilo Whiskey 4, Fox Mike.
Kilo Whiskey 4 Fox Mike, gotcha, 5-5 Wisconsin, US 9768. Back to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Michael. Thanks for, I think it was a 5-5. Man, the signals are terrible today. 53 in Virginia, Michael. Over.
Roger, Roger, the Virginia. Yeah, the band's a hot mess, to say the least. So thanks a lot for the contact today.
Hey, thanks for being out there and sticking it out, man. It's, you activators, you need a pat on the back and some gas money. Hi. 7-3, Michael. Catch you at the next one. 73.
Roger. Yeah, my QSO per gallon is not it's not penciling out. So thanks a lot for the contact. This is KB9VBR Parks on the Air QRZ. My gosh. Yeah. It is not a good day. We got 12, 13. It's the bands, not the antennas. Although I think the Delta Loop probably would have worked better if we had better solar conditions, especially with propagation on 17 and 15 meters. It was just a hot mess out there. But 20 meters on the quarter wave vertical wasn't a whole lot better, that's for sure. So let's, but still, two very good deployment options with the Scout system. So let's head back home, and we'll talk a little bit more about the vertical deployment opportunities with the Scout antenna. What are my thoughts about Rez Antennas Scout Antenna system? Well, definitely this device is very well constructed. It is well thought out, and the ability to do 4 different types of antennas, 4 different deployments with this one little piece definitely lives up to their marketing phrase of more than a feed point connector. Like I said, it's durable, it's well constructed. Now in this video, we only did the vertical configurations that the Scout advertises, and there's a whole bunch of what we can do horizontally with this too. The addition of the ring here, we can deploy this horizontally in either a rigid dipole configuration with 2 17-foot whips, or a linked dipole configuration with a length of wire. So no matter what, where you are and what types of situations you're in, for your portable operations, you could probably be covered quite well with the Scout. So, but let's talk about how we used it in this video in the vertical configurations. And I think what needs to be said is that band conditions were not very good. The weekend I was testing this out. Antennas are nothing more than tools, and it is up to you, the operator, to decide which is the best tool for the job. And possibly with conditions where they were, the Delta Loop may not have been the best tool for the job. Now, like I said, the Delta Loop is going to probably, with the 17-foot whips, is probably going to be the most effective on the upper bands, 20, 17, 15, and 10 meters. Not so much on the lower bands. I think with our maximum usable frequency being so low that weekend, we just weren't able to get any traction on the upper bands and really make that Delta Loop configuration shine. But the cool thing is that I was able to recognize that and quickly reconfigure this feed point into that vertical quarter wave configuration and finish off my Parks on the Air activation with the quarter wave whip and just the 4 ground radios, and it worked great. It really a quarter wave vertical is a quarter wave vertical. It no matter what you're using for components, they're all pretty much going to function the same. And this It's functioned just like I was expecting any other quarter wave to do, despite, you know, how tough things were that day. Only like 13 contacts on a 20-meter band, and I spent more, you know, more than my fair share of time, hour or so out there on the air. So not the most productive activation, but enough to kind of get a feeling for what we can do with devices like that. And I think really this is, I'm going to do this again. You know, I want to put that delta loop on the air again, you know, maybe when propagation is a little bit different, to see if it really, you know, if it really makes a difference, what we can do to improve things, because I enjoy the delta loop concept, and I like it when it works. So like I said, the Scout Antenna system is available at dxengineering.com. You can buy them a la carte, just the components you want. You know, if you wanted just the feed point and brew your own antennas, go with just this feed point. This thing is amazing. If you wanted to get the entire kit, there are so many different kit options available to you. So check that out over at dxengineering.com. And in a future video, probably in a week or so, we'll drop the second half where we put the horizontal configurations on the air. I'm really looking forward to just giving this a workout in some of those horizontal configurations. So, questions, comments on the Scout from Rez Antennas, leave them down below. I'd like to hear what your thoughts are on this multi-purpose antenna system. Thank you to Rez Antennas for loaning me this device to check it out. Really looking forward to putting this on the air some more in the next couple weeks. And thanks again for watching. I'm Michael from KB9VBR. You have a great day, and 7-3.